We're doing this. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're live. This is Josh Goldstein coming at you, your favorite immigration lawyer. How's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments below. Today, we are talking about parole in place. Parole in place. That's what we're talking about. What is it? How do you qualify? Who can take advantage of this? What's the future hold? It starts on August 19th. Are you ready? Are you ready for parole in place? Let me know in the comments below right now. So happy to be here with all you beautiful people today. If you don't know me, my name is Josh Goldstein. I'm your favorite immigration lawyer, or I'm in the top 10 maybe, top 20 maybe. I'm not sure. And I do my best to try to help people. I help inspire people to reach their immigration goals. I answer questions. People contact me from all over the country because they know that we get results and we do great work and we have integrity and we're passionate and all these great things. I have so many things on my mind about when it comes to immigration. So many things on my mind. Christina is here. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Thank you. But why should you listen to me? Why do you want to ask me questions? Why do you care what I have to say when it comes to immigration? Well, the answer is that I have been practicing immigration law since 7:30 this morning and for 20 years, and I know a lot about a few different topics, and I'm here to help you. And that's what we're going to get into. But today, let's first start off by talking about parole in place. What is parole in place? Who qualifies and who doesn't? Parole in place is a program that President Obama announced through executive action, and it's designed to help a very specific type of person. This person entered the U.S. without inspection when they were young. They lived in the U.S. for many years, and they're married to a U.S. citizen. And they also have never had any problems with the law, things like that. President Obama came out with a program called the I-601A, and it was designed to fix the problem of having someone have to leave the U.S. and apply for a waiver. President Obama said, okay, I have a new way of doing it. Instead of leaving the U.S. to apply for a waiver, you can apply for the waiver in the U.S. Great. This is what we call the I-601A. Now, President Biden took it one step further. He said, instead of applying for this waiver, we have a new way, a better way of doing things. You can apply for parole in place, which will mean you don't even need the waiver. All you have to do is meet the requirements, and then you can get the equivalent of a legal entry in the U.S. while you're in the U.S., and then you can apply for a green card, and that's parole in place. Now, on social media, I posted a video where I speculated that parole in place might be available for people who have what's called the permanent bar. Permanent bar is a very horrible thing when it comes to immigration. It basically means that you've come into the U.S. after being deported, or you came into the U.S. and then you overstayed and then you left and then you snuck in again. There's a lot of scenarios, but essentially it means there's no way for you to get a green card. But I speculated that it might be a way for you to get parole in place. And I think that video was incorrect. My team has told me to take it down. And I think instead of taking it down, what I'm going to do is post another video, a response video to my own video, where I clarify what that is. So parole in place starts on August 19th. We're preparing cases. We have a lot of cases, and we're excited about this program. And someone, Mex Calentano Mitch, says, what's the estimated price overall for the parole in place program? So anybody who wants our help can book a free consultation, a free strategy session with our team using the link in my bio. And if you have questions about pricing, first we have to understand more about your case, And then after that, we can make a decision about how much we can charge you. Okay. So let's take some questions. Who's got questions? First of all, before you post your question, please let me know in the comments where you are located. I always find it so interesting to see where people are contacting me from New Orleans and Sweden and all over the place. Where are you guys located? I am in downtown Los Angeles. We handle cases in all 50 states and around the world. Cody Sexy, Florida. Love it. This is great. New York, Nairobi, Tennessee, Louisville. Christina's in New York. Love New York City. Love upstate New York, all 5 boroughs. The African Queen's coming to us from Minnesota. Gus is in Mexico. No me digas. We have Maryland in the house. Kenya. Let's see here. Bakersfield is in the house. Let's see here. Los Angeles is the correct answer from a Californian. South Sioux City, I've been there a few times. So we have a lot of clients in that area. And we love helping people. Mozambique. Do a tutorial on student visas? Oh, that's a good question. What particular questions are on your mind when it comes to student visas? I'd love to hear that. Do false claims to U.S. citizenship disqualify someone from parole in place? Specifically, I don't know, but I would think so. Please come to Minnesota. I would love to come to Minnesota. I would love to meet with people and try to help them. If people have questions or need help, I would love to do that. I have to make plan to do that. So, come to New Jersey. Will watching from Houston, Texas. I love it. Please come to Louisville. I would love to come to Louisville. Queen Fatima. We handle cases from all over the country. So just today, I got a call from someone in Minneapolis area, and he hired us. We're taking on his case to help his 3 children come to the U.S. All right. Che Marcial. What if overstaying for 14 years? Is it possible for parole in place from California, Los Angeles? It is possible. Whether you specifically qualify is something that we'd have to determine. So I encourage you to reach out to us in the link in my bio. And that would be a good idea. Any tips for a K1 interview, fiance interview on Monday from Shabananur? Well, I'm excited for you. I think getting an interview is probably one of the hardest parts. Watching from Katy, Texas is Daphne. That's great. I grew up in Texas, so I like that. K1 visa interview. Show up on time, dress well, make eye contact with the interviewer, bring every single shred of paper that's in any way related to your case. Bring original or certified copies of your marriage certificate, birth certificate, divorce certificate, any kind of criminal cases. Meet with your lawyer to prepare. If you don't have a lawyer to prepare, then contact us. Share this video so other people can get all this great information. I would also say no yapping in the interview. No yapping. Yapping is when you start talking about random stuff. If the officer says, "Where do you live?" you give them your address. You don't say, well, I moved here recently and I used to live over here. I really like it in this area. We left because this, then this, blah, 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 blah. No, you just answer the questions. What's your date of birth? What's your, and so on. Don't start yapping. Gabby says, do you still have a chance to get a green card with an expedited removal order? Well, you can do it. There's a lot of different strategies. I would start by trying to reopen that thing and get it canceled out, or maybe applying for a waiver. There's a lot of ideas. We have a question over here on Instagram. I have a question regarding delays in the immigration visa background. What do we do to get an answer sooner? Okay, so this is from Shizanaz. Okay, so if you want to get a interview quicker, you want to get a decision quicker on your visa background check, here's what you need. Sanaz, forgive me. Here's what you need to know. There are two ways out when it comes to visa delays. Okay. One way is to wait it out. Take your hands, sit on them, and just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. And at some point, they will make a decision on your case. The second strategy, and this is where I come in, is that you go to court and you sue them. And once you sue them, you can demand a decision. It doesn't necessarily make things go faster. That's not how I would frame it. You are fighting for your right to get the visa that you deserve. And you deserve a decision, an up or down decision, within a reasonable period of time. African Queen Collection says, I have my daughter's case. Says here, no. I have my daughter's case since 2021, Nairobi, Kenya. Wow. African Queen, if you're listening, I would love to help you and your family. Your daughters need to be with you. If you have children, if anybody watching has children, can you imagine what it would be like to have your children separated from you? That would be horrible, and I'd love to fix that. Roshni Patel is in this show. He is in the VIP Hall of Fame in our office. Everybody loves this family, and we would love to help you, Roshni. Yes, of course. Okay. All right. These are great questions. I want more questions. Roshni, I asked my team to follow up with you, and so we got you. Not to worry. We have detailed information for all our clients, everyone with the 601A. Even if you have an approved I-601A, first of all, I-601As are so hard. They're so hard. They take so much work. Roshni, these cases are a lot of effort. Tons of effort. We put so much effort into cases. And to get them approved is a huge accomplishment. But nevertheless, even if you have an approved I-601A, I recommend you go for the parole in place if you have an option to do so. Why do I recommend someone with an approved I-601A instead apply for PIP. I mean, you've already done all this work. You've already got it approved. Why skip that to go for parole in place? Well, would you rather travel outside the US to a consulate and go to an interview and deal with all that and then hope you can get back in? Or you can just get a green card in the US with a very simple interview. Someone, Wire Gruey 143, can I have your number? Yes, you can have my number. It's 213-262-2000, 213-262-2000. Here's the deal when it comes to the I-601A versus parole in place. I want to do things the easy way. I want to do things in a way that has the least risk and the lowest amount of stress. I want all that. Whatever it takes, right? Here's someone with an Arabic name. He says, if you live out of the U.S. for years and not files taxes, what happens to U.S. citizenship? Well, there's a couple ways of answering that. One is I'm not an expert on taxes. There are lawyers who specialize in taxes. I'm not one of them. I'm an immigration guy, so I can't help you about that. But for citizenship, not paying your taxes doesn't mean you lose your citizenship. So there's that. All right. Here's Raves 2. By the way, we are live right now on Facebook. We're live in we have a Facebook group on visa delays. It has 20,000 people in it. It's a very active group. And we created it. It's a community of people who are fighting for their ability to get their visas that they deserve. So Roshni, I got a message from my team. They said they've already reached out with you and given you all the information on parole in place. And once the program is ready to be filed, you're going to be first in line. So not to worry. Don't be anxious. We got you. We got you. And we love being part of your success. Good afternoon. They denied my I-765 because I chose the wrong number category, which is C8 instead of C9. Did I ever make it to Columbus or did I miss it? No, I haven't been to Columbus yet. When I do go to Columbus, you won't be able to miss it because I'll be posting here every day. Can you write your number on the board? It's in my bio. Let me see if I can do it. Let's see. How do I? No. I don't know how to write on my board. I don't even know. I'm just looking at my phone, and I'm like an old guy that doesn't know how to use a computer. So forgive me. Royal Collection. If I have a deportation on a previous marriage, am I good for parole in place now that I'm married? Well, I think you have to deal with the deportation. You have to probably try to reopen it and get that terminated. So I think you've got some obstacles. On Instagram, we are live, and I have here Raves231. Raves, if you're here, post in the comments below so I can answer your question. Here is the number 213-262-2000 if you're watching. Here's somebody with an Arabic name. Let's go back to Raves231. I have a B1, B2, and my sister's a citizen. What's the best way to change to a green card as it takes ages if I apply from out of the country. Well, it takes ages if you apply in the country as well. If your sister's a citizen and she files for you, I call that the retirement visa because it takes so long that you'll effectively be able to retire in the US. So it really wouldn't work for you to wait in the US. Sanaz says, when we sue them, does it negatively affect the outcome of the case? Absolutely not. In fact, when you sue them, you're more likely to get a better decision. Sasan Falahi. Yeah, my awesome attorney. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having an amazing day. Please tell me how I can expedite my I-130 petition F4 waiting 11 years. So the visa bulletin is what you have to wait for. Each month you check it. Sorry, I need more caffeine. Each month you check it and you see where you're at. And there's nothing you can do other than to wait and to check it. Paulina says, can I visit my husband in the States? I submitted an I-130 and I'm waiting right now. I'm in Germany and he's in the US. Yes, you can visit so long as you can persuade them that you plan to return to your home country when your visa expires. When your case is processing. If they think you're going to stay, that might not look so good. Daphne, I have a daughter who came to the U.S. at 17 with a B1, B2 visa. She has been here for 30 years and she has no papers. I'm a citizen and I'm wondering if I can do anything to get her legal residency. I don't think so, no. She's been here 30 years. That's rough. Is she married to a U.S. citizen? Probably not. Does she have children born in the USA? Those are the questions that I have, because if she has a child born in the USA or a US citizen who's 21 or older, the child could petition for her, or if she's married, her spouse could petition for her. So those are a couple ideas. Let's see here. Questions. What questions do you have? Any updates on PIP? It starts on August 19th. What is that? 12 days from now. That's awesome. I am woke says, can a green card holder give his wife papers to work? You can petition for your wife, but if your wife's out of status, that would be a problem. So you may have to become a citizen. Reds Lewis, my I-45 saying step 4 case decision on my USCIS account. What does that mean? I didn't get an interview. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not sure that information means anything. It means you didn't get your decision. Right? Here's someone who says, I'm divorced with 6 kids. I want to immigrate my kids to the US. Okay. How do we do that? Right? Amy says, my I-601A got approved 65 days ago. What should I do next? You should consider parole in place. And if you're eligible, you should do that instead of pursuing the I-601A. That's what I recommend. How much would it cost to file for PIP? Well, it depends on your case. Every case is different. We need a little more information about you before we can give you a price quote. So if you want, you could book a free case evaluation with our team and we'll help you out. On the questions on Instagram, can I submit an asylum and then get married since I don't have landing if I came across the border? Um, you could apply for asylum regardless of how you came in. You can get married as well. This makes sense. Peter Njuguna. Hello, back in 2021, I did lie that I was married on my B1, B2 visa. Now the sad thing is I went for my K1 and I was put in administrative processing 2 weeks since I did my interview in Nairobi. So Peter, on the application for your K1 visa, it says, have you ever lied? And did you say yes? I bet you didn't. That's been my experience. Husband wants to know, would food stamps affect the I-130 application? Probably not. My husband's in removal proceedings. Would he qualify for PIP since I'm a U.S. citizen? Probably not. No. Amanda Ramirez. I'm from Afghanistan. I have asylum seeker certificate in China. Not sure what that means. Can you apply for PIP with a ban? Says Amanda Ramirez. If by ban you mean the permanent ban, 212A9C, the answer I think is no. Peter says, how long am I looking at in AP? That's not the correct question. The question that you should ask is, how do I prepare a waiver for fraud? Because that's what you're going to need. They're checking everything, Peter. They know everything. They know it all. How come you think? What questions do you have? If a woman who has a baby who is American citizen, and if she's in Kenya as a refugee, can she come to the U.S.? No. So having a child who's a U.S. citizen does not entitle you to come to the U.S. Someone has to file a visa petition for you, typically. Huber H2 from Las Vegas, right now waiting on approval for advanced parole and wants to apply for parole in place. I have all the documents. What do you recommend? Contact our firm using the link in my bio. We would love to help you. Absolutely love it. K1 visa and administrative processing for over 300 days in Islamabad. Is there any other visa to apply for to come to the U.S.? Instead of asking that question, you should ask how to put an end to administrative processing. Because the solution is one that we help people with all the time, especially people in Pakistan. We have tons of support and clients in Pakistan. We can help you. All you have to do is book a free case evaluation with my team, and we can do that. We can help you out. Let's see here. Hold on. What other question? How long? Let's see here. How long is waiting when a mother files for her son, age of 21? It's going to take a while. You have to check the visa bulletin. Talk about the waiver. What waiver? Mazala, what waiver do you need? I would love to help you. Um, let's see. Here's a question on the affidavit of support from Yakub Abdi. When it comes to affidavit of support, I was working for the past 3 years, but I was not making enough. But now, since I filed the I-130, I do make enough. Do I still need a co-sponsor? Well, I'd have to look at your taxes and the form more closely to answer that. But I love getting a co-sponsor because it solves the problem and makes things pretty simple.